All right, SLC USA, Coach Q. Let's have some fun and get a good workout. All right, so this is a good way to kind of get warmed up, get your legs warmed up. You have different spots you can use, different markers, and you're just gonna, So what I'm doing there is I was getting ready to jump, but I realized my feet were too close together, so I opened them up. You want to be shoulder length apart. Now I'm doing this lateral movement because these are not normal movements. These are movements that you want to be able to do, but you don't do them every day. So it's important that you practice them. That's why I'm doing this as a very beginning warm up. Really, what I'm trying to show you is an idea of how you can kind of get a feel for where you're at as well. Because if you start doing this basic exercise and it's just too much, or you feel like you're falling, you want to step back and work on your balance, in a more simple way. Maybe, holding one leg up and just balancing and trying to get your time up with maintaining your balance for maybe 10, 15, 20 seconds before you try to do that type of an exercise again. You'll see that I'm going to be doing the same type of movements and with different obstacles. So I'm trying to keep my head up. I really don't want to be looking at the obstacle. The idea is to get my fast twitch muscles, my central nervous system all to coordinate together and to just fire on cue as I need it. Now, here I am going to more of a simple, say like I was struggling with the first one. Now I'm just going to try to do some hopping with one leg, hold one leg up, maintain my balance, try to maintain my balance for a while. And then I'm going to try to hop. Now I'm just basically using kind of a hopscotch type of pattern, just to kind of give you an idea. You want to switch legs. Now notice that I'm keeping my shoulders square. My shoulders are not tense. I don't have any tension in my shoulders. I'm always keeping that relaxed. Keep my head up, my nose over my toes. So I'm maintaining my center of gravity, my balance. This is super, super important. Now I'm just tired. Okay, so back to one leg, but closer so you can see. Oh, look at that. Oh, master jumper. You're just trying to get your muscles to work. My legs are probably the weakest part. I'm trying to focus more and more on that. I'm doing the rollerblading. That was an idea I had to, come up with a way, for cardio that's not going to be beating up your body, because I've always done surfing, but, doing this, what we're doing right here, just jumping around, you're going to get your heart rate up. You see, I'm huffing and puffing. The reason why I'm doing voiceover is because I couldn't talk to you and do this. And that's when you know that you're getting good exercise, is that you are just able to basically get out some words, but you can't. I mean, you can think fine, but you can't just speak because your heart rate is up. All right, so now I'm just doing some footwork exercises. This is great with the ladder. Two fit in, 2 fit out, 2 fit in, 2 fit in, 2 fit in, 2 fit in, 2 fit out, and then you do this a couple different ways. So I'm putting 1 foot in the middle, stepping out, 1 foot all the way out of the boxes. Now I'm going backwards. The idea is to keep my head up. See, I'm tired. I mean, you don't want to stop with this exercise. You keep up with this. These are basic exercises, but just the movement, the constant movement is super good for you. You just want to be moving for at least 20 to 40 minutes of doing this kind of workout. But when you're first starting, you're trying to do 20 minutes of this type of intensity. Now I'm just doing kind of a side step, but I'm just adjusting my body. I'm showing you how I can adjust my body with my shoulders turning, so I can make movement forward as I'm doing these side steps and stepping through the ladder. Now I'm doing karaoke. So this is basically just stepping over 1 foot and then the other and just crossing. I'm just trying to keep my balance. I'm keeping myself as high but as low to the ground as possible, so that way I can maintain my balance, but I can move quickly. I don't want to be too low where I'm slowing myself down. You saw the side steps, and then I'm doing my crossovers. All right, so now you want to try to find ways to do all different types of exercises in an unstable way. This is the Bosu Ball. You step on the Bosu Ball in normal circumstances. It's not on a slick floor that's going to stay put. Now we're just going to be trying to do the same kind of basic exercises, just balancing. You're balancing with one leg is hard enough, or if you want to just kind of go to real basics, I'm doing the squat on the Bosu Ball. As you can see, my feet are shoulder length apart. I'm able to maintain my balance because I'm keeping my nose over my toes. I'm looking forward. Look down, you're going to fall. I lost my balance. If you saw, my shoulders rolled back, keep my shoulders relaxed, but forward. And you see you can't really tell, but I'm very relaxed. All right, so let's hit the gym. All right. So stretching is super, super important. I'm trying right now. I'm looking at my hand. I'm trying to elongate my body as much as possible by relaxing every muscle in my body. So I'm imagining that as I'm stretching. Now, as I stretch across my body, I'm crossing my arms. I'm twisting as much as I possibly can. I'm going to hold it. You want to try to hold these stretches for like 30 seconds. That's when you're going to start to get some release from the muscles so that you can actually get more flexibility. So now you're going to see little variations. I always am trying to do these workouts where I'm able to do the stretching and work on balance and maybe something else at the same time. I'm trying to do as many things as possible at the same time. So I'm able to maintain my balance because my feet are not aligned. I'm not, one after the other. I have my feet open enough to where I'm able to maintain my balance in a lunge position. Now I'm just locking my hips out, dropping my shoulders, keeping my back muscles relaxed, and I'm looking at my hands. I'm trying to hold this for 30 seconds. It's awesome. Now your neck muscles are going to get tight just from everyday, life, right? Kids, office, spouses. So focus on relaxing your neck. This will change your life in the best way possible. I'm just looking over my shoulder. I want to hold this for 30 seconds. I'm rotating my neck. I want to rotate my neck all the way around, full rotations. But when I'm doing it first, I'm just trying to kind of get it to release. And as I feel it relax more, then I'll rotate my neck more freely. All right, back in a bit of a lunge. I'm looking for my hands. You see I'm aligned. You're going to see that I maintain a pretty good line when I'm doing these stretches. I don't realize it until I'm looking at it. And now this is a little off. Then you saw that I was off balance, so I had to adjust my feet. Now I'm in a better line, so my balance is maintained, even though I'm looking at my hands. And typically that's pretty difficult to do. Try it. Look at your hands and stretch and see how easy it is for you to maintain your balance. Always make sure you have your feet shoulder length apart, so you're in a good athletic starting position, knees bent. Now we're just stretching one leg at a time. Now this is a good way to start. Again, you're just you want to do flexibility and balance at the same time. Now look where I'm looking straight ahead because it's going to help me with my balance. Now I'm just holding my leg out. I'm just showing you how I can maintain my balance really, which is keeping my center. So my nose is over my toes. As soon as I lose that, I fall, right? So other leg, stretching it up as high as I can, trying to stretch the quadriceps and really my core muscles are being engaged and having to balance. And I'm also strengthening my right leg that's staying put. See, awesome. ROI, return on your time investment, is super important. And that's what's going to help you to keep going. You're not going to get as bored with it, I can assure you. Now, all right, so I'm just starting to loosen up my core muscles. All right, so let's get into this. I'm just going to squat. I'm doing this jump. This is plyometric exercises. You can do those for, a good 5 minutes and you'll be so wore out. Now you grab your medicine ball. I'm going to show you a couple things you can do with your medicine ball. So I'm using that to help me stretch. It's going to, stretch out my spine a little bit better. Now I'm always rotating my shoulders. I'm trying to check my tightness in my back, really. It's a way of cheating. All right, so this is a chop. So I'm bringing over my shoulder, chopping it. Now this is just engaging muscles all throughout my core and my, obviously my bicep and my tricep. I'm using many, many muscle groups. Now I'm not in an unstable, environment, so it'd be good to have something that would be unstable underneath you, like a mat or a Bosu Ball. But just for my purposes of demonstration, I'm just doing it this way. I'm going to stretch those core muscles. It's super important to keep them stretched and strengthened. As I'm doing this turn with the medicine ball, what you can't tell from this is that I'm accelerating. As I get it to the point where it's stopped rotating to the side, I'm going to accelerate as much as I can to bring it back where I want it. And now I'm the same thing to the ground. I'm trying to accelerate the ball to the ground and bring the ball back to my hands and stop its motion. So now I'm engaging all my core muscles. All right, and it's fun. All right, so chop that wood, Coach Q. Come on, get after it. Go, chop that wood, Coach Q. Oh, it's me. Bang. Little sound effects. Never hurt anybody. All right. So just make sure when you're doing this that you're just trying to maintain your focus